Started a club called Flags for the Fallen, and the club is designed. I don't get paid. It's free. The students, so that taxpayers don't pay anything, and the students just volunteer. But the goal was to take the soldiers from our high school who have died, research who they are, and then try to visit places associated with their service and sacrifice. So, and a colleague of mine and we got that rolling. And part of it was selfish. It was, I want to know who these people were who went to my school. And the other part of it was more giving, in the sense that wouldn't it be nice to share this information with the community? And well, lo and behold, we start Flags for the Fallen in 2009. 2012 comes, and the club, we're trying to figure out where to go and who to honor. And so, okay, well, let's see what we can find. And one of the students, her name was Mariah, said, well, this Harry W. Kramer was killed at Pearl Harbor. And I said, what? What do you mean, what? That can't be. I've never heard of that. And then, so in 2013, Harry became the focus of our trip, Flags for the Fallen trip to Hawaii. And we went to Pearl Harbor, and Harry's buried at the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific, otherwise known as the Punch Bowl. And the Punch Bowl is where there's other Chippewa soldiers buried there. I had taken a second group of Flags for the Fallen travelers to Hawaii in 2017, so 4 years after the first trip. And by this time, we had really done some nice research on Harry, developed some pretty deep connections with his nieces and nephews. And on that trip, one of the students was his great-great-nephew, Michael, who I got really close to. And I consider him a dear friend today. And having written a book about Harry and researched Harry prior to this, it almost seemed eerie that Michael and Harry were, obviously they were related kind of distantly at this point, but boy, they seemed like that they would be really close. So going to his grave the second time was very personal for me. And we got some great photos of Michael and myself and Michael, and we did some recreations. So we went to some of the spots where Harry was and tried to put Michael in the same spot on the beach and in front of the Royal Hawaiian Hotel. So it just became really personal. And then at his grave, I was the last one to leave the grave, and I looked down at the headstone and I said, okay, Harry, I said, I don't know if you can hear this, but I've got two things I have to do. Number one, and this is 2017, I said, number one, I have to make a display case to you at the high school because your memory is nowhere really to be seen. And number two, I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna tell your story.